So you know me, I'm doing everything I can to grow my hair. So I have been, so I went last week
Yeah.
and I had stem cells injected into my head. What he does actually, which is interesting, is he does the procedure, the same procedure on my head that he does on women's faces for microneedling with the stem cells.
Yes.
And there's no pain.
Does it feel like a little tattoo?
Just like a little, not even as bad as a tattoo. It's almost like he's scratching my head or something.
Yeah, like a massage, really.
Yeah, because he's not going real deep with it.
Right.
He's going deep enough to get into the dermal layer, and then the exosomes are being injected into my head.
Wow.
And so he did the male pattern baldness area. So like this area, he did it all, and then he put the exosomes, the stem cells in there. What happens is the minute that the exosomes or stem cells are injected into your body, they're there to fertilize all of the other cells.
Yes.
And make them do their job, to repair whatever needs to be repaired, or whatever. And women that get microneedling, they have that red face and it's swollen.
Right.
And then it peels and they don't want to see anyone for 4 or 5 days.
Yes, exactly.
June had the procedure done, and I've got a video of her getting it done. And then I have a picture of her after. You can't even tell she had anything done.
Oh, wow.
At all. She's not red, just like normal.
Not even like a little sunburn look or anything?
Nothing. No. Because the exosomes immediately are healing that area. So yeah, it's
wow.
And I took a picture of her after, and you can see there's absolutely no sign whatsoever that she had anything done.
What age should women start doing that?
Immediately.
Really?
Doesn't matter. Yeah, because all right. So what's happening in the industry, and again, based on my experience with my medical spa, women are coming in to get Botox and Juvederm and Restylane and all the other stuff.
Right.
And those are toxic products that you're putting into your body.
Right.
They last for a period of time. After that, they dissolve. So where do they go? They go through the rest of your body, and they're toxic. I'm putting healthy, stem cells that I'm getting from a umbilical cord from an infant, and I'm putting those cells into your body. And they're growing like at the rate that an infant would develop or grow. And so they'll last.
The problem is insurance does not pay for this, does it?
Insurance does not pay for it, but we finance.
Oh, wow.
So,
that's good.
And just so you understand too, that the conversation there is, if you have an insurance policy, you still have a maximum out-of-pocket expense that you have to pay if you get anything done.
Right.
So, like for instance, to get the stem cell facial, it costs $400.
That's like getting 4 facials.
Yeah, $450, and it's like getting 4 facials, but you won't have to get those 4 facials.
I'm sure they've been studying this for years and years and years, but it's really starting to become. That's probably what they did for burn victims, and then now it's starting to become.
Well, they're starting
more
to experiment more with it, and they're starting to include peptides, which is the other major part of what I'm doing.
Right.
They include peptides into the medicine. So they published an article not too long ago where they're using peptides. They're including peptides in chemotherapy treatments, and because there are peptides that will actually encapsulate the cancer cells and not harm the other cells around it, which is much different from chemo.
Yes.
Chemo kills everything.
Chemo kills.
Yeah.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Yes. Which do you find most challenging, work or women?
Women, because it actually feeds into work as well. I mean, women.
Yes.
Well, first of all, women.
Because it does.
Women have had so many experiences with relationships that didn't work, or relationships that were kind of difficult.
Yeah.
And so, because of that, rightfully so, they're a little suspicious of anybody that comes along, and they want, and they're not sure of making a commitment. Unfortunately for me, where I'm at, I'm 71 years old. Where the hell am I going?
I know.
Yeah, and I want a solid, committed, full-time relationship that I can be honest and open and transparent with whoever it is that I'm having a relationship with. And women get suspicious of that too.
Well, of course, because you're claiming, oh, I'm looking for this companion, and I'm a best friend and a person, I spend my time with. But for so many years, that turns into, okay, who's washing the dishes? Who's cleaning the house? Who's doing all this, those
And you know
things?
what most guys fail to realize is that, and most women fail to realize, is that the easiest way to do that is to just sit down and communicate and make and have mutual respect.
Right.
I don't expect anybody to take care of me. I've been taking care of myself all my life.
I know.
You know, so, and even when I was married, I had my, you know, I split the chores, and we worked together. We're a team.
Right.
But it's unusual for the woman to be like, oh, he really is washing the dishes or clearing the table or vacuuming.
Oh yeah,
whatever.
they think that's just a show.
Yeah,
Until
exactly. And then, and then it's like, okay, now the honeymoon's over, and now it's like a relationship, and the guy gets up from the table and sits down on the sofa and watches football while the woman cleans up. It doesn't work. When I had cancer, when I had the colon cancer, I was doing business in Russia. I was traveling over there, and the KGB guys were telling me, "You got to come to our sanitarium. We cure cancer." I'm like, "You're full of shit. You're a third world country, and you think you're going to stick me with something? No. You're crazy. No. We've been curing cancer." So I did some research later, and I found out since 1951 they have been curing breast cancer in Russia, and prostate cancer later on in Russia. They've been curing it. And it comes from the seed of an apricot.
okay.
It's called vitamin B17, but it doesn't come from the pit. It comes from inside the pit, the seed. And then they process the seed, and it's injectable. They also process it now. They sell it in pill form also, B17. You go to the...
What?
go to
B17?
B17.
I know B6, B12.
I know.
all
Nobody
those things.
knows anything about B17 because the United States doesn't want people to recognize the value of it because it eliminates cancer. Big Pharma wants to keep you alive with medicine.
Sure.
So when you eliminate the problem, there's no more need for medicine. When you continue to go on for the rest of your life taking medications or getting surgery or whatever, there's a lot of money for Big Pharma. So I tell everyone, so the BRCA gene that causes breast cancer is the same BRCA gene that causes prostate cancer. I never knew that until I did my research.
Seems right. Hormones.
Yeah.
And
So
things.
for men and for women, I suggest go over to Ada's, go to someplace and just buy B17, or go on Amazon, buy B17, start taking the pills. You're only going to get a 37% absorption rate,
I
but
know.
you know what? It's better than nothing.
Right.
And I do know that I have evidence from Russia saying they have cured breast cancer and prostate cancer.
Wow.
So if somebody tells me there's a chance that I can eliminate cancer, I'm doing it because
for
I can
sure.
tell you what life was like for over a
Having-
year going through treatment, chemo, radiation, surgery. It was terrible. It was the worst year of my entire life. I wanted to die too many times. It was too much.
Because yeah.
Yeah. And I had colon cancer, so people are like, "Oh, you're fortunate." No, I had stage 3 colon cancer, and I was like this close to death.
Right.
So it was serious.
Because that kind of stuff you don't want to get
Yeah.
checked for. You're like, I don't want to deal with it.
Exactly. People
So you
don't.
wait.
You know what's funny is people don't want to go for a colonoscopy. Colonoscopy is a walk in the park. There's nothing to the colonoscopy. They put you to sleep. You're the best sleep you'll ever get in your life, and then when you wake up, you're done.
Right.
The prep for the colonoscopy
drinking
is
that stuff.
terrible. You got to drink that stuff, and you got to clean yourself out, and that's the hardest part of it. If you can deal with that, after that it's smooth sailing. When I did mine, I didn't have any symptoms whatsoever, none. And I woke up and they said, "Yeah, the procedure went well, the test went well, but you have stage 3 colon cancer. You have 4 tumors." Had no symptoms, no signs of it whatsoever.
So did they
None.
go in and cut some of your colon
No,
away?
yeah.
Or did they just take the tumors? Or how?
No, what they made me do was go to a gastroenterologist and make an appointment to get. So I was put in a
So did
program.
they shrink 'em?
I was put in a program. It was either surgery first and radiation chemotherapy later, or radiation chemotherapy first, surgery later. Luckily, it was a draw of a card. So I made the program where I was given surgery first, which is what I wanted.
Right.
And then I did radiation and chemotherapy. But I said to him, "Look, I got cancer in me. I want it out immediately." But I had to go through the whole process. It took about a month, and then they scheduled me for surgery, and I had 18 and a half inches of my colon removed.
Wow.
Yeah. So
And now do you have to do that every year?
no,
Or
the
how often do you have
colonoscopy every 3 years, and I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. So I tell everybody about it because I was 45 years old. And even the doctors said, "What the heck? You know, you're too young for this." I said, "Yeah, that's what I thought too, but
But I
apparently
think it
I'm
is
not."
pretty popular around 45 to 55.
Yes, it
That's what I've
is.
heard.
And what they're finding out more and more is that what contributed, I think, to my cancer was stress. And we all live with stress. It's
And
all a
that's
matter of how we deal with it.
and those are those years.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Those are the years that you're chasing after that, almighty buck,
You
and
bet.
you're going nonstop, burning the candle at both ends. So
Yes.
it's, like I said, I tell everyone, and I ask everyone, please go get the test.
Yeah.
It's no big
I
deal.
don't think people want to hear the news. They don't want to take the chance. And
Some people are like that, but you want to know something? So I was
gotta-
I was diagnosed in February the year, so that was 25 years ago. A friend of mine who was actually 4 years younger than me was diagnosed in April. He died in November. I survived. He died because he had symptoms. He was ignoring the symptoms. He was 4 years younger, so he's 41 years old. And all of a sudden, he's got these symptoms. He goes in and finds out he's got stage 4 colon cancer, and it's all through his body already. So he died in November. I survived. Yeah. So I mean, I tell everyone, just go do it. Because people say, I don't want to know. Oh, you don't want to know, so you just. Same thing when people say to me, I prefer to age gracefully. Okay,
Right.
so
I know,
you
but-
want wrinkles, you want stiff
Who are they
joints,
fooling, really?
you want a fat belly, you want a flabby ass, that's what you want? That's aging gracefully? Or do you want to try to age? I mean, I hate to say it like this, but I'll show you. I'll take my shirt off. I'll show you. I'm 71 years old.
Exactly.
You want to look like this, or you
Age-
want to look like you look?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Age slower.
Yeah,
That's all I want
yeah.
to hear,
I mean, I have people all the time. It'll probably change when my hair is all gray, but people all the time tell me that I look like I'm in my 50s,
Oh, yeah, you do.
and that's great. The same thing with June. Everybody's
I also
looking.
think it's your attitude.
Some
I
of
know
it,
you
yeah,
take care of yourself,
Yeah.
and you do have a lot of stress because you are.
Yeah,
That's what you're
That's
doing
what
is a big.
that's what I do.
stress in your
Yeah,
life.
but and a lot of it has to do with my attitude, I'm sure. But
That's what I think.
I
I
went
think it
to
has to do with your attitude, what you've been through in life already, all of your
Yeah,
experiences, and you are starting to find that, wow, this is a secret, a best kept secret that I am just now discovering. So
Right.
you've been enlightened and you're starting to see what all the hype is about.
exactly,
And you've been
I
studying
I
it
see
so
and
that-
feel the results every time I use it or every time I do it.
Right,
I have results that I wouldn't get otherwise.
exactly.
So
Yes, most men your age are probably taking little naps, little disco naps in front of the TV,
Yeah,
watching
no.
golf. I want to
I
watch
can't
golf
even
or
sit. I
whatever.
can't even sit down to watch TV. I mean, it's like, even if I'm watching a football game, I got to get up and kind of walk around a little bit or something
Right.
because I have so much energy, and I'm not jittery or I'm not out of control. I just have. I feel this energy that doesn't want me to stop, and I just. So I'm outrunning old age
Love it. I love it.
for the time being, anyway.
Yeah, I know. As much as you can. You may as well make the quality of your life
Yeah,
the best.
yeah.
And if you look good, you feel good.
Well, and the other part of it is, I tell everyone too. It doesn't matter how long you live; it matters the quality of every day of your life.
Right.
If you're miserable, and I see guys, that age and they're miserable, they're sitting in the recliner,
Right.
and they're veggies. I don't want to be like that.
No, I know.
Life has too much fun for me to.
And I get it that life beats you up, but you, sir, are living proof that life can beat you up and you can still
You
win.
can still make it. You
It's
can
just,
still get back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was a kid and I boxed.
I was just going to say,
yeah.
they're like boxing
Yeah.
rounds.
When I was-
ding,
when I-
ding, ding, until,
Yeah,
you
that's
just
right.
got to get to the next
When
one,
I-
the next one, the next one.
When I boxed, the coach said to me, "You're not the best boxer in the world, but I like you because you're too stupid to lay on the mat. You keep getting back up, and they keep knocking you back down." But that's the way it is.
Well, look at- that's real life. That's reality.
Knocks me down, and life hasn't beat me yet. In fact, my daughter, my 33-year-old nurse practitioner daughter, when she was 8, she was a little chubby thing, and she had the bangs and the cute
Yes.
little face, and she wanted to be on a swim team. So we put her on the swim team. Well, the first meet that she was in, she finished probably 5 or 6 seconds after everyone else. In a race, in a swimming race, 5 or 6 seconds is an eternity.
Sure.
So she's struggling to get in. She finally finished. She came up. She had the little towel wrapped around her. She said, "Daddy, you don't know how many times." She was in the lane right next to the wall. And she said, "You don't know how many times I wanted to just grab the rail and get out and quit." And she said, "I couldn't do it. I had to keep swimming until I finished. I had to finish." And I said, "Baby, that's a statement of what you're going to be for the rest of your life, because that's the way I was." And
Cool.
I told her you could be anything and everything you want to be. Just don't ever give up.
Yeah.
She's a fucking nurse practitioner. I mean,
She's not giving up. She is.
not an easy road, but she's
getting in front of it.
Yeah, she's
What's
amazing.
happening.
Yeah, but that's how life is.
Impressive. Wow.
Yep. No matter what, you can
I know.
survive.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to come back so we can talk about
I want to talk about
all the other things.
all the other things.